Hi everyone, good morning. I hope everyone's having a beautiful morning so far. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my Glamourous Victory Roll set. It has some very fluffy curls in it. It's very soft and it's very fun, so I hope you guys enjoy this and find it helpful. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to kind of tame my morning hair is I'm going to part my hair. And to do that, I just like to brush my hair straight back. I'm using my teasing brush right now. And then just sort of find that natural side part. I always do a side part for this hairstyle. I've never, excuse me, I've never done a middle part. I just think it looks nicer with the side part. So yeah, okay. All right. So there's that. And then it's very important that you prep your hair for this. So to prep, I'm going to be using the Aveda Smooth Infusion Nourishing Styling Cream. I love this stuff. I use it for just about every single hairstyle. So I'm just taking like a dime size about, and I'm going to work it through, mostly focusing on the ends, and then just sort of working it upwards. Okay. Alright, and then I recommend splitting your hair up into different sections to start to curl it. I like to do, similar to how I do my wet set, I like to do 2 back sets and then a side for each. So, go ahead. And then I just pin it up with a little alligator clip. And I'm not going to make these sections too specific. Like I said, I do use this technique for my wet sets. For my wet sets, I do it a little bit more precise, but in this case, I'm just doing it to kind of get it a little bit out of the way. Okay. And then I'm going to start to curl it in the back. And I'm just using a 1-inch curling iron. If your hair is longer, you might need to use a little bit of a bigger one. Mine is just a 1-inch. I just take medium to small sections. And I like to roll it up the barrel, just so it has more of a droopy look to it rather than a ringlet look. Just like that. And then you're going to take one of your clipped prongs. You'll re-roll the hair in the same direction that you rolled it with the curling iron. And then you're just going to pin it in place. Just like that. And you're going to do this every single section. So one more time. And the reason why you pin curl it into place is so that way when it's cooling, it sets into that curl shape that you want. If you just let it hang there, it's going to get really saggy and really droopy, and it's not going to hold its shape very well at all. So this is actually going to make it last longer. And it'll kind of, in a way, sorry, the back's always the hardest. In a way, it's going to help your hair continue to curl. Okay, so I have curled every section going under. This last section, though, I do it a little bit different. So for the most part, I kind of split up into 3 sections with kind of some subsections in between that. So I'm just going to do I'll do 1 curl here, and we're going to roll this one under. Okay, and then same motion, just roll it back up and pin it. Okay. This next one, we're going to split it in half, but we're going to split it in half, but then we're going to do 2 curls in each section. But this one, we're going to roll it up. And the reason being is it's going to kind of create a whoop kind of pattern once we brush it out, and it's going to make for the victory roll to look really nice. Just gives it a little extra volume. I always curl my hair this way. I don't know. I mean, I do know why. It's because I like that little extra volume, that little extra boost that it gives you. But I've never done it where it's rolling everything down, unless I'm just in a pinch and I'm just doing a basic victory roll. I just want to add a little bit of volume to my hair. But for the most part, I always just roll that middle section in an upward motion. Kind of like my signature thing, I guess. And then just re-roll it up. And we'll pin it. And then same thing with this section. We'll just split it in half. You may need to split this top section into 3 pieces. Actually, I think I'm going to do that right now. We're going to split into 3s, not into a half. It just depends on how large the section is. And then we're going to roll it under again. Okay. All right, last one. Okay, that's the last one. And then once I pin this one up into place, you're gonna want to let it set for at least, at the very least, 15 minutes. 30 minutes is better. Typically for me though, I let it sit for an hour. Today I'm only going to let it sit for probably about 30 minutes. So what I do is I just kind of head off, maybe I'll make some breakfast, do my makeup, and then we'll come back. Alright, see you in a bit, guys. Alright, I am back. My curls have cooled pretty well, so I'm just going to start taking them out. I'm going to start with the bottom sections first. I'm just going to take down that first bottom row. Sometimes the pin curls get a little stuck. Alright, and then I'm just going to take a light hold hairspray and spray the top and the back, not too much. And then I'm just going to take my round brush and just sort of brush it out just a little bit. Okay, and then I like to tease just a little tiny bit, just maybe like 2 or 3. Alright, and you're going to leave your bang for last. So I'll go ahead and do this side so you guys can kind of see. I don't really take them out in any particular order. Just sort of take out a few sections. Brush it out, and then, oops, and then tease it just a little bit. A lot of this is just molding your hair to do what you want it to do. With molding your hair, be patient with it and practice with it. It's not a skill that you just sort of start doing. You have to work with your hair and do what your hair likes to do. It's one of the reasons why I recommend starting out with learning how to pin curl and victory roll really well, because you'll start to kind of learn those skills of molding your hair and shaping it. Right. Same thing with those back sections. And I want this to be fluffy. I don't necessarily want it to be super curly, I just want it to be fluffy. That is why I'm running my fingers through each section, just fluffing it up a little bit. Alright. And this top section, this is kind of not necessarily a trickier section, but it can be. Alright. So I'm going to take these sections, once this pin curl gets out, there we go. Alright. I'm going to take this top section, I'm going to take my round brush, I'm going to brush it under, so in the direction of that curl went, and then I'm going to tease it underneath, and this way it lays flat against my head. So I've molded it to kind of go backwards. Okay, and then for your bang, so I'm going to do for the bang is just take out these sections. Okay. I'm going to take out these sections and I'm going to brush it out. Okay. And see how I have this this big giant wave here? That's because I did the swoopy one, because you have one that's coming up, you have one that's going back. So that's kind of how I get that shape. It's from the curl pattern. Alright. I'm going to tease that just like I do a normal victory roll. I'm going to start to roll it down. But this time I'm actually going to pull it up. Alright, and then grab a bobby pin and put it in place. Alright. Okay, I'm going to let this sit here for a little bit. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and spray it in. Okay. Okay. And then for this side, I'm just going to do a small pin curl. I'm going to take a small section of hair, push it out, and I'm going to create a little pin loop. I'm just going to roll it down. Now when doing a pin curl, it's very important to tighten it as you pin it into place. If you need to, I just stick a bobby pin in to anchor it, so that way I can pin it from all angles without it moving too much. Alright. And then I just take the front one out and I reposition it up at the top. There we go. Alright. Do one more comb through. Alright. And then I'm just going to spray this with a light hold hairspray again. And I also like to spray it and then sort of scrunch it up. It kind of helps the volume set a little bit. Alright. There you go. You have a nice, more glamorous victory roll hair tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. I'll see you later. Bye!